These are all antiques of cook.
Even before you reach the restaurant, you get a sense of the heritage of the Kodavas. I love the sound that the fat is making as it's being grilled and dripping its juices onto the pieces of meat. I need to take a break with some water.
We have lessened the spice.
Really?
Yeah, it's for you.
Oh my goodness. Onak. My mouth is overwhelmed by the smoky flavor of the pork.
Usually after a good meal, gravy of the mango curry, toss it in the curd and keep on sucking the juice and the curd along.
The ripe mango with the yogurt. I think that is a genius. Namaskara folks, this is Kripal, Amanna, Gourmet on the Road, and you're watching Food Lovers TV. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're staying safe and strong. We are on our way towards Virajpet in Coorg, but we're not going all the way to Virajpet this time around. We're stopping at a place called Gonikoppal, and that's because I've heard of this eatery there that pays homage to the culinary traditions of the land. This is a restaurant called CUISINE Papera. I think it's been around for over a decade. We're about 227 kilometers from Bengaluru, and it's taken us some time to get here. But I'm hoping that our lunch here is going to be well worth the effort and time. Hello.
This is Rajesh. These are all antiques of cook. When we started up our restaurant, so we were thinking like what would be displayed on the wall.
Okay.
So then we thought we'll have something unique and for the next generation, get to know the roots.
Is this a press of some sort?
Yes. Dough will go inside.
Okay.
So just there's a metal mesh here.
And then you just press that and you get the strands of the nool puttu.
Yes.
This must have taken a lot of effort to collect this, sir.
Yeah, we had few antiques in our ancestral home and a few we have collected.
Really?
And again, like when customers come and they have dumped it in your place. And when they get to see all those things here, they say, we have something like this, we will give it to you.
Oh wow, so
But
nice.
95% of the whatever you see
You've
here
collected
yes,
over
we
time.
collected.
And this is like an old tiffin dabba, is it?
Yes.
Oh, I like the manner in which you've curated these things. So when you walk in here, even before you reach the restaurant, you get a sense of the heritage of the Kodavas. Wonderful. So this is what they would typically wear on the head when they work in the fields.
Yes. So this particular leaf is called as kuvale ele. So this kuvale elkanda is kept in between the two layers of the bamboo.
To prevent water from going in.
Yes. So this is the easy method. Where you put it on your head.
And you work.
Your hands are free. And you can bend and just totally protect your body. And
Wonderful.
your hands are free and you can work in the fields.
This isn't just a restaurant, it's almost like a museum.
For fishing. So the fish gets into this.
And cannot go out.
Yes, it will not come out. It's trapped inside.
Tanuja said you'll need to spend about 20 minutes looking at all of this, but I think you'll probably need a lot more time to appreciate all of this than you would need to finish your meal. If you're interested in culture and tradition. Lovely. Very nice.
This is the kitchen.
Namaskara. You're busy making the Akki otti.
Yes.
So you're Rajesh Achiah.
Achiah.
Okay, and I'm told the name also derives from what people call you, is it?
His nickname, his pet
His
name
name
is
is
Pape.
Pape.
Yes.
Made in papera.
Actually, Pape means boss.
Boss.
Tribal language.
Yeah, in tribal language.
You're the boss and the cook. But I think every restaurateur who's passionate is involved in every aspect of what
Yes.
they do, right?
Yes.
How long have you been doing this now?
This is 13 years old.
13 years old. And how did this begin?
Simply I started this. People made me to, expand the business. My customers.
So you began this just out of passion?
Yeah, passion. Even I started homestay first.
Okay.
Then I started this.
Oh, so you also have a homestay?
Yeah, I have homestay
same
too.
name.
The Papera homestay.
The Papera homestay.
Yeah.
So there's the Papera homestay, there's the restaurant
Yeah.
and the Papera inn.
Yes.
Inn.
Papera catering we have.
Oh, this is the pandi curry.
Pandi curry.
One day before we make and we serve this today.
To pull the flavor of the masala. So what makes a good pandi curry, Rajesh?
Meat and the masala. The fat should be more in this. Age of the pork should be 10 to 12 months. The fat should be like this.
Wherein you have the equal portion of the meat and the fat.
So I see there's some parts which are only meat.
Yes.
And there's some parts which is a combination of the meat and the fat, and there's some which is only the fat.
If there is a combination of the bone, the meat and the fat, only then the preparation will be good. We will be preparing Adiwasi pork now.
Okay.
That's one of our favorite and fast moving item. So for that we will be putting this meat part in the tandoor.
I like the manner in which he's interlayering the meat and the fat.
ಒಂದು ಫ್ಯಾಟ್ ಒಂದು ಕಂಡು ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಬೇಗ ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು ಒಂದು ಫ್ಯಾಟ್ ಒಂದು ಇದಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಬೇಗ
ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ.
Most of the food is deep fried or shallow fried. So this is one method. Where we have copied it from the tribals, Adiwasis,
Okay.
wherein it's almost like a healthy cooking.
Correct. So as the fat drips onto the meat, it also coats the meat with its flavors.
Yes, the smoky flavor.
The smoky flavors. Wonderful. I love the sound that the fat is making as it's being charred and dripping its juices onto the pieces of meat. So this is the smoked pork.
Smoked pork. So the raw meat is chopped into bite sizes, and then it is put on, fixed in the skewers and placed over the heat. By doing this, we are preserving the meat for future.
So how long does this process take?
It will take like 4 to 5 days.
4 to 5 days.
5 days over continuous heat.
Over continuous
heat. So when the moisture is completely drained, the shelf life is more.
Okay.
Yeah. And the smoke is incorporated on the meat part.
Into the flavors.
That exactly is giving you the smoky flavor. Once it is properly dried, it will last for a year.
Really?
Yes.
So it's almost like the prosciutto, the jamon that you get in Spain, Italy, right? The cured meat process.
Yes.
Fantastic. That Adiwasi pork is getting a lovely char. You can also see that the fat has shrunk a bit, but all its goodness hasn't escaped because it's just dripped onto the pieces of meat there. So this is the tribal masala.
Yes.
Kai puli, is it?
Kai puli, bitter line. Kacham puli.
Some Kandari chili, Kashmiri red chili powder, rock salt, coriander, kachampuli, and now there's some bitter lime, the kai puli. Oh, wonderful. There's juices being secreted from the meat, but also in my mouth. Finally, neer barta ide. Taste, no? Fantastic. They say taste. Well, I'm not going to let go of that opportunity. Finally, neer barta ide. My mouth is watering. I can taste the smoky bite of the meat. There's a fair bit of the sourness, no? That comes from the kachampuli and the kai puli. And that hit of the bird eye chili. I suspect this is also the sort of dish that people would probably have in the evening with a drink or two, no? And the meat is also very juicy. And also there's some parts of the meat is closer to the fat. Yes. Those parts are softer.
Yes.
Yes. I've now got a piece which is a combination of the meat and also a bit of the fat. I think when you taste pork fat along with the meat,
you have to taste the fat too.
It takes that enjoyment to a whole new level. Very spicy though. As you're tasting it, you don't realize it, you're enjoying it. But when you stop eating, that's when you realize you can feel the heat of the Kandari chili. I need to take a break with some water. I can hear my voice now. When you order the Adiwasi pork here, and if your spice levels are like mine, also keep a glass of cold water on the side. Believe me, you'll need it. You'll want to have more and more of this, but you'll also need this to cool things down. Well, these are the ingredients that go into the making of the Kartha masala, which is at the heart of the pork curry. So there's pepper, cumin, mustard seeds, coriander seeds, guntur chilies, some cinnamon, cloves, and the dried bird eye chili. I'm scared even to touch it.
Each masala is being roasted separately, one by one after the other. Whatever proportion we use, that makes a difference too.
So will every house have a different formula for that?
Each one will follow their own,
Yeah.
but the method is the same.
Method is the same.
The flavor is different, but the color and the taste almost is the same.
Same.
Yeah.
Coriander. So this is a process that requires a lot of patience.
Yeah, this has to be roasted on a slow fire.
Okay.
We have to see that the masalas are not burnt.
So basically by the time he's done with the masala, that coriander, the color will be almost similar to the
Similar,
pepper.
yes.
3 cloves that have gone in. And that's the Kandari chili that's going in. Some of the Guntur chili. Mustard has also gone into it.
See, by the time everything one by one has gone inside,
Huh.
the coriander is getting its original Kartha masala color.
Kartha masala color. So the Kartha masala is at the heart of
Pandi curry.
pandi curry and also other dishes.
And the kachampuli. So this kachampuli is marinated with fish, chicken and mutton.
Okay.
We hardly use the tamarind
Oh, okay.
or the vinegar.
So it's mostly kachampuli as a souring agent.
Yes.
The color of the coriander is now beginning to almost mimic that of the pepper.
Yes.
So it's almost kind of crumbling now.
Yes.
So it's definitely led by the flavor of the coriander, cumin.
Yeah.
So this almost mimics the feel of coffee, no? The look wise.
Look wise.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, this is Akki roti mixing.
Cooked rice and rice flour.
It should not be sticky.
It should not be sticky.
It is not sticky at all.
So rice being our staple food,
Yeah.
most of our dish is made from rice itself.
Correct. Rice, of course, is a staple here.
Yes.
But most of the rice that I see being consumed, at least from an outsider's perspective, it's in the form of an akki otti or one of the
No,
puttus.
akki otti, breakfast,
Okay.
and sometimes for dinner. Lunch, usually they prefer cooked rice.
Cooked rice.
Yes.
I like the manner in which he's massaged it almost. Oh. There's also a certain springiness to it, no? And that is important. Ah. So we've emerged in the restaurant to find a table that's brimming with some of the most special dishes here at Cuisine Papera. So what do we have here?
First of all, I will go with the Vanikirchi curry. This is smoked pork dry curry. We have the fire pork and this is kembu curry.
Which is a colocasia.
Colocasia. Adivasi pork.
Which is what we tasted in the kitchen as well.
Yes.
And also caught its making.
Yes. We have the tender jackfruit fry here. We have the mange curry, the wild mango. It is a little on the sweeter side. And we have baimbale with pandi.
Bamboo with pork.
Yeah. So whatever you see here is all local cuisine.
Busy there. This is hot. What should we make of it? Vanikirchi curry. Fantastic. And what is the base for this masala? Coconut.
Yes.
Then some of the kembu curry. Chakke palya. So the food out here is very seasonal, no?
Yes.
So typically when we talk about Kodava food outside, we only think of the pandi curry. But the pandi curry, of course, is an important part of the cuisine, but it's only one small part of the food. Well, the raki otti is nice and warm. Chakke palya, the tender jackfruit first. There's a hint of sourness that I'm tasting somewhere in that palya. The jackfruit isn't too fibrous, it's quite soft, in fact. There's a bit of warmth from the chili, and as you eat it, you know you're tasting good fiber. I'm curious to know what the saring in this is, whether it's a bit of the kachampuli or is it the kaipuli, the bitter lime. So some of the jackfruit is soft, some of it still has that crunch. Tell me, what is the souring that you use in this?
That sourness comes from kachampuli only. You can either add lime, kachampuli, or bitter lime to give the sourness to the dish there.
Okay.
Otherwise, what happens when you eat kembuno, it starts itching your
That's right. I can also taste the flavor of garlic.
garlic.
There's
You
plenty
have
of
to add
garlic.
more of garlic.
They're delicious.
You can try the baimbale with pandi curry. We add the meat part of the pork, and whenever they make the baimbale, that means the bamboo, they use this fat, pork fat.
To cook the baimbale.
Yes. That gives it a distinctive flavor.
Next, we're going to find our way to that onak. My mouth is overwhelmed by the smoky flavor of the pork. It's almost very bacony. You can see each strand of the pork there. All moisture has left that piece of meat. So the closest I can describe it is thick chunks of bacon. That's the sort of heady flavor and aroma that I'm tasting in this.
People in Coorg know whenever we make some authentic Coorg cuisine, and if you ask somebody to taste the dish once it is done, and you say ask the person how it is, karapuli correct undu. Or else let's say karapuli channa minyagbodu. Because
little more.
Yeah, because people in Coorg, they always love to have their food
Spicy and sour.
Spicy and sour. The spice from the bird eye chili and the puli from the kachampuli.
From the kachampuli. Fantastic. I love the hospitality of Rajesh and Tanuja. They've been at the table with every bite that I taste. But this onak erachi is delicious. And what also happens is, as the meat is cured, as the meat dries over the fire, all the fat shrinks. And all of that gets into the flavor of the meat. So you're not really getting chunks of the fat, but you're tasting the fattiness, that fatty character of the pork in every strand of that piece of meat. So good.
So onak erachi dry.
Oh.
Pork dry.
So this is also the sort of dish that would go very well in the evening in some spirited company. Onak erachi bardada. Thank you.
Dry pork.
Oh, I want to taste this first just by itself. So good. The smoky flavor is more in the curry.
Yes.
Absolutely divine. So when you come here, that onak erachi curry, I don't usually say this on the table, but that dish is a 10 on 10. Super. I love the concept of this baimbale. The fact that earlier they would cook the baimbale in the pork fat. But of course here we have the luxury of the baimbale being cooked alongside the pork and being served with the pork, not just the fat. And also like the crunch in that bamboo. That meat is juicy and pink. That's a beautiful cross section of the pork right there. The meat, the fat, and a layer of the skin on top. So fat is the sort that melts in your mouth. As that fat warms up to the warmth of your palate, it very quickly yields to your bite. And then you're biting into the meat, and it is the part with the skin that has a bit of a bite. Almost a bit like biting on some cartilage. Oh, busy. This is hot.
Any authentic Coorg cuisine goes well with Akki otti.
Akki.
Yes.
This is a fire pork. So what is special about the fire pork?
It's thinly sliced and then grilled on a tandoor.
It's like a grill.
A bit chewy,
bit chewy, but in this I can taste the flavor of the red chili.
Red chili.
Yeah, red chili.
So is this like a Kodava dish or is it something that you've experimented?
Yeah, we experimented.
I think I want to have some more of that.
Yeah.
The onak erachi. I think just one
Onak
small
curry.
piece. I'm sorry I'm being greedy, but this is such a delicious.
All the flavors are infused in the gravy there now. When it boils.
You also have the coconut in that.
Coconut.
I can also taste some coriander in that.
Coriander, jeera.
Jeera, cumin in that.
Yes.
So I think that also complements that
Yes.
smoky flavor of the meat very well.
We can add rajma also in it.
Yeah,
Potato and rajma.
delicious. And I'm sure all that benefits from being in the company of the pork, of the onak erachi.
Yes.
Delicious. There's also chunks of coconut that I'm biting into there. We've tasted it in the kitchen already, but this one is prepared especially by Rajesh.
Avoid the seed of the bitter lime.
I love the manner in which the pork has assimilated the smokiness from that tandoor. So it's smoky and yet it has that very refreshing sort of contrast that comes from the kaipuli. Go back to that onak erachi, this time the strands of the onak erachi, the dry, and combine it with some of the gravy from that curry.
Pork churmuri.
It's his version of a decadent scrambled egg. This reminds me of a burji, and I think this would also go very well with the akki otti.
Akki otti.
This would be perfect over breakfast. And this akki otti also, what I am tasting here, although it looks light and puffy, it is solid. As I'm holding it in my hand, I can feel like I'm holding something weighty. It's not as light as a fulka.
Yes. Usually after a good meal, we take little rice,
Okay,
add little curd,
okay.
and we take mango curry also. Mix the gravy of the mango curry along with the rice and the curd, and we finish off our rice. Then what we do is we hold the seed in our hand and
Like a
we
mop.
toss it in the curd and we keep on sucking the juice and the curd along.
Wonderful. I'm looking forward to doing all of that.
You can try this chutney, coriander chutney.
Oh, the coriander chutney, just for a bit of spice.
Yes.
There's also some, I'm tasting the coriander, but also some sweetness somewhere. What do you call curd in your... More.
More.
More is the curd.
Yes. So mango curry is usually sweet.
So this is what, the masala and the jaggery.
Yeah. So to this we add the pandi curry masala.
The Kartha masala. That's why the
gives
color is so dark.
As well as we add the black jaggery syrup to it. So that gives the dark brown color.
I want to taste it just by itself.
Yes.
I want to get some more of that gashi that's holding on to that goratu, the seed of the mango.
And once this is cooked, it will last for long.
This is the pot of gold, you don't want to let go. And what the more also does is basically helps refresh your palate.
Yes.
Because after 2 or 3 spoons of the rice with the mango curry, you can feel a bit of the cloying sweetness of the jaggery. So you want to reset your palate to 0. So it's like meeting a delicious friend all over again.
Usually
Fantastic.
whenever mango curry is made at home, the kids usually have a fight saying "Nak auntie bondu, auntie nak." In some household, only the seed is taken, auntie is taken to make the curry, and sometimes in certain home they cook the flesh part, the skin part too.
Skin part 2.
Yeah. So the kids at home, they'll say "Nak auntie." They will not look for the skin part. They'll say "Nak auntie," so
Nak
that they can keep on sucking at the
Na kandi
juice and the
bondu.
curd. Yeah, "Nak auntie."
So when you come here, your line should be Na kandi bondu. Bondu.
Bondu.
Bondu. Na kandi bondu. That means you want the seed to mop up with the curd.
Yes.
The mango, of course, has a sweetness, but the jaggery and the manner in which the jaggery combines with your masala
Masala.
is delicious. So this is available through the year or it's?
It's not, it is seasonal.
Okay.
What we do is we store the mangoes, we either freeze it up, we freeze it, or we put it in salt water. Whenever mango curry is made at home, the next question is more illa. More illa. No
You don't
curd.
have curd? Don't you know? Naku Andi won't do with more. As we come to the end of the meal, I must tell you that my lunch here and the time that I've spent with you has been a revelation into the beautiful intricacies of Kodava cuisine. So when I set out on this tour, I was looking forward to dishes that would surprise me. And I must say, I picked my first stop very well. So if you're anywhere in Coorg, South Coorg, Central Coorg, North Coorg, and you want to taste something deliciously different, definitely find your way here to Cuisine Papera, where you will meet Rajesh and Tanuja and also enjoy their delicious, authentic Kodava offerings. Thank you very much for taking time and walking me through
Our
the dish.
pleasure.
Oh my God, what is that?
That is a coffee souffle. It's a dessert.
Ah, well, you never leave. I thought the mange was dessert. And also when you find yourself at Cuisine Papera, it's not just the food. But even before you get to the table, you'll get a wonderful insight into the traditions and culture of the Kodava community through the wonderful artifacts that this couple has curated over the last decade. I hope you've enjoyed this rather indulgent episode of Gourmet on the Road. Until the next time, take care, stay safe, stay strong and happy eating.
Coffee souffle.
If you'd like to support the work that we do at Food Lovers TV, do consider joining our membership community on YouTube by hitting the join button below or on the home page and receive special privileges like behind the scenes footage, shoot updates, access to live Q&As and a lot more. You could support us on our Patreon page as well. For more info, check out the links in the description below. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, like, share and leave a comment below. Happy eating!